you from the top of the Poconos, it's The Balcony Show with your host, Ann Thatcher, Bo Sommer, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music, so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Balcony Show.
Hi.
Hello. How's it going?
We're doing good.
So, another week of madness. I have been watching Stranger Things. Got to tell you, the new season is the bomb. You guys got to. If you're
I'm late to the show.
I am too.
So good.
Good. My daughter's been. I think they finished whatever's
the new season.
Stuff,
I'll tell you what though, it's so crazy because it's only been like 2 or 3 years, and these kids have they've all changed. They're like totally different
college
people.
Students now.
It's insane. But
check that out. All
anyways,
right. It'll be on the
have
list.
a hashtag for today.
Ooh, tell us.
Hashtag Polly got a potty mouth.
Uh-oh.
So apparently, 5 parrots got removed from public view at a wildlife park after teaching each other to swear during quarantine. So, parrots are smart and mischievous animals, and they are known for their ability to speak and mimic voices. This also is what makes them adorable pets, but can also get them into trouble if they learn the wrong words.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened with 5 African gray parrots adopted by the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park. Oh, the little dears. They have recently been removed from public view and separated after they started swearing at customers. These parrots taught each other to swear during the quarantine. Luckily, everyone saw it as a hilarious situation and nobody was offended. The Lincolnshire Wildlife Park adopted 5 parrots, and their names are Billy, Elsie, Eric, Jade, and Tyson in mid-August. However, these newcomers began encouraging the others to curse like sailors while in quarantine together, and this ends up with bad language at customers.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
According to Steve Nichols, the CEO of Lincolnshire Wildlife Park, the parrots are doing very well after being separated and fit in very quickly as highly social creatures. But I mean, can you imagine taking?
So they've been separated. Those naughty little birds.
Can you F you?
That's cute.
Hey, mofos.
That is very funny.
At one of our local resorts up here, back in the day, the resort is no longer, but the Pocono Summit, when you first walked in to the main lobby, they had 2 big waterfalls, and they had it done up kind of like a jungle setting, and they had this giant macaw in there. Okay, and yes, the employees made it a very foul-mouthed bird. And and they spent a bundle of money getting a new bird, and inside of 2 months, that bird also became very vulgar.
We taught when my girlfriend and I were what they called mother's helpers, and we went away for the summer, and this one where the people that she was working for and staying with, they had a parrot. Yeah. And of course, we absolutely, truth be told, we were there, F you! And then it finally learned it, and then they were wild. They were really mad. But you know what? It was funny as hell listening to that bird say that.
Of course it is.
So, anyways, on today's show, Randy Jackson from Zebra is joining us. And what a great guy. Just crazy talented. This gentleman, I mean, they've been out for 47 years. They've been doing it, Zebra. They're still touring. So he's going to spend a little time with us, and we're going to play some Zebra for you. How's that?
That sounds good to us.
But first, we're going to start with a brand new song from the Dead Daisies called Radiance. So take a listen, and we'll be right back.
Realize your destiny. You'll come and never see. Where is the harmony? majesty. Deep in the tapestry, you are so blind. I wept to thee, white light above the sky. No need to wonder why. So let it shine, but your eyes won't lie. You see in the radiance underneath the skyline. In the radiance, I can see a star shine. Oh, in the radiance underneath the skyline. In the radiance, I can see a star shine.
Back on the Balcony Show, and right now we have the song Arabian Nights by Zebra. So put on your nostalgia boots and take a trip back. This was a good one. Turn it up. Here we go.
I can feel the light from your eyes racing my mind, fighting back the tears of my life for the last time. You can take the crown from your
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Balcony Show. And we are very excited because we have the one and only Randy Jackson. You might know him from Zebra. On the phone with us, he is a Hall of Famer. He is also involved with an orchestra and doing a Led Zeppelin tour. So this is a man of many hats and a super talented individual. And we are very excited to have Randy on the show. So welcome, Randy.
Hi, how you doing, Bo?
So you've been at this quite a long time, and Zebra got their name. You were actually looking at you guys were in a bar and you were looking at a picture of a zebra, correct?
Well, there was we met at the bar to try to decide what the name of the band was going to be, and we sat there for a couple of hours. And as we were leaving, we saw a picture of a Vogue magazine cover from 1926 that was kind of like a decoupage right above where we were sitting, and we just said, let's call it Zebra. You know, it was sitting right there, so that's how it happened.
And who would ever knew or know that you would go on to being Atlantic Records #1, having the best-selling album for Atlantic Records? So super cool.
It wasn't the best-selling. It was the fastest-selling debut album.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that? Not too many people can say that for sure. So you rose pretty quickly then. Your life changed pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, you know, we had. I think what that meant was that we had a big following at the point when we put the record out. So people were waiting for it. And,
At what point?
Right out of the gate, you know.
At what point did you think, "Oh, wow, we kind of made it here. This is different than what we've been doing"?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever really thought, well, we made it here. I mean, when I think back to some moments where I got excited about our progress, I think it was really before we even got the record deal. We were getting airplay on a radio station here in Long Island, and they had us in regular rotation, and we didn't even have a record out, And so I'd be driving along and hear the song come on in the middle of the day, and that was pretty exciting, Once we got the record deal, I mean, it was good and everything, and we were selling records, but I don't know that we had done pretty well before we even got a record deal. I got to tell you, so it wasn't. I don't know if it was as exciting as.
So playing to larger crowds, do you have? Is there one concert that I'm sure there's many, but is there one concert that stand out for you that you remember?
Well, there's a lot of them, but one that particularly I remember was playing in New Orleans. We opened up for Journey, and it was a show with Journey and Foghat, us and Bryan Adams. And,
wow.
Yeah, and it was a great show, and they gave us the keys to the city at the show, so that was kind of special.
Now, Randy, are you originally from there?
Yeah, we're from New Orleans.
Okay. So you transitioned over to New York and found success before, like after leaving New Orleans already at that point.
Yeah, well, we left New Orleans because we were doing about as good as we were going to do in New Orleans.
Right.
Packing clubs, and we didn't really think that record companies were going to be looking for a band in New Orleans,
Right.
So we figured let's either go to Los Angeles or New York, and we knew some people in New York, so that's how we made the decision to come up here. And we came up at the end of 1976. The first gig we actually did was New Year's Eve of 1977. Well, it was 1976 New Year's Eve, going into 77, and we played a couple of months in New York, and then we went back to Louisiana and made a little more money to survive the next run up here. And the next time we came up, we started doing really well, and we we were doing well enough. We didn't have to go back to New Orleans if we didn't want to, you know.
And
But of course we.
you're still touring. I mean, you have dates.
Yeah. We've been playing for 47 years. Every year, 47 years at least.
That's crazy.
That's yeah.
So Randy, tell us, is there anything that you would do differently, looking back at like the last, 47 years that you've been doing this? And what advice would you have for some of the younger artists that are kind of trying to, quote, make it? If that's even a term that's even relevant to today's music industry. I don't know that it really is, but I know the whole industry as a platform in itself has changed so drastically than like when you found success or even just started gigging back in the day in Long Island and New York clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, to start off with, my main suggestion to people that are starting off is just realize that if you do get together with some people and you have a band that's working and you can get along, stay together. Keep your original members in the band. Try not to, the grass is always going to look greener on the other side, but the bottom line is fans like to see the original members of the band.
Yeah.
So when, and I'm sure everybody can relate to that,
Well, you got to like somebody to stay with them 47 years. I mean, there's got to be some camaraderie there. You know?
Well, I think after you get through the first 5 years, you pretty much know at that point what you can expect or not expect from each person in the band. And as long as you're okay with that and don't expect it anymore, you can last a long time,
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to take a listen to "Who's Behind the Door" from Zebra,
okay.
And we'll be right back with Randy.
Sailed away. We walked 1,000 miles and then we slipped away. We looked so hard, but couldn't seem to find us what the world was for. Now we know just what the journey's for. Think about what you are. What do they think of you? Animals in their suits. They haven't got the time.
And we are back on the Balcony Show. I know, it's very jarring, but however, so Randy, tell me the song "Who's Behind the Door." Give us some light on that song. What was the thought process in that song?
I think it was mainly inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, the movie.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's got some kind of spiritual stuff in it. A lot of questions about why we're here.
Well, that would certainly be relevant to 2020 through 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the lyrics are kind of like timeless, but it asks a lot of questions. It's really a song made for people to kind of open their minds a little more than maybe they already are. And,
Yeah, that's exactly
that was the whole point.
That's exactly the kind of vibe I was kind of getting from it. And then I was going to ask, does that same question seem to differ from the 80s when it came out to now? I mean, it all still seems pretty relevant.
Yeah, I don't think it really, it's kind of like a timeless questions, let's say.
Yeah.
And
So
I think go ahead.
you get to play with orchestra and do some Led Zeppelin stuff too. How is that different from working with the band?
Well, the band's only 3 people, and the orchestra's 100.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's a pretty big difference.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, well, most of it falls on the conductor. You got to have a good conductor to keep it all together. And the orchestras, you can't really jam too much, although we do. We have segments where we can go as long as we want, and then the conductor will bring it all back together. But it's certainly a different experience in some respects. It's just a lot bigger, with the orchestra. And I think sometimes you can get a lot more emotion out of the music with a full orchestra than you can with just a band,
Right.
But it's been great. We do the musical Led Zeppelin and also Pink Floyd. And,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Are you touring with the orchestra? Is that what?
No. The orchestra, we don't tour with the orchestra. There's a core band that goes and plays with different orchestras.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So.
That's really
So you
neat.
kind of never know what you're going to get. Kind of.
Well, we do now. We've been doing it for like 25 years. It's been a long time, and so we pretty much know what it's about. And most of the orchestras are great. We haven't really run into a situation where it was had any train wrecks, and we do a rehearsal.
So you don't get any Corpse Bride
No.
orchestras.
Haven't had anything like that.
I could see
Wow.
Last Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Which
yeah.
is, I got to tell you, I love your album China Rain.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
And this song Last Forever. Can you tell me something about that, Randy?
Well, I wrote it for my wife. After
Aww.
we've been married for 40. Well, at that point, we'd been married for a long time, all through the first 3 Zebra records, and I hadn't really written a song for her, and that one came up, and I knew that, well, this is it. This is the one I'm writing for her. So.
Aww. So there's a love story behind it. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's my love story, so that's good.
And the rumor mill says that there's a possible new studio album in the future for Zebra. Is this true?
There's always a possible studio album. We've been threatening to do that for 20 years now. But I've got material written, and actually, last couple of days I was going through a bunch of it. But we, in our old age, we've gotten kind of lazy. But we want to do it. So hopefully we'll.
Well, I hope that you do, and I hope when you do, you'll we can be a part of pushing it out there. I would love the opportunity.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Well, listen, Randy, I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us here on the show. And please go to Zebra's website, check out their dates. You're going to want to see these guys because they're still doing it. They're still bringing it. And I can't say enough good things about Randy and the band. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you for spending time sharing some of your knowledge with some of the independent artists that are looking to make it too.
Well, thanks for having me on. I've enjoyed it.
All right. You take care now.
Cheers, Randy.
Okay, take care.
Take care. Thanks, Randy.
I'm with you, whether I'm near or I'm far away. I love you, I will forever. I see you, even in daydreams. Anyway, I touch you, feel you beside me. And then I take you in my arms, because I know we're gonna last forever. And our dreams are still alive, because I know I've got the love to give you. I know you know how it feels to be far away. I want you now and forever. And then I take you in my arms, because I know we're gonna last forever. And our dreams are still alive, because I know I've got the lot to give you. I will play the fool, don't you walk away from me now. I'll be right behind you, driving me insane. Never get a second chance to choose where to go now. Your eyes, not afraid, holding on all my day. Look in my eyes, I'm gonna hold you tight. I'm through the ups and downs, making life so real. Tell you how it feels, make you realize you're alive. That you're my life. I'm gonna take you in my arms anyway. And when the end is coming near, I'm gonna walk with you on earth and heaven. Your eyes, not afraid, hold on, you'll never wait. All your life, I'll be there. Feel the love, it's everywhere.
Mad Cats, Mad Tracks.
And on today's Mad Cats Mad Tracks, we have the song and another ReverbNation selectee coming from Early Gray. The song is Everyone is Everybody. And here we go. Boom.
You better crawl all your lifetime.
Welcome back to Indie Radar this week. I think I forgot to say that on the previous show, but whatever.
Whatever.
That's a hell of a memory
Anyway,
you got. That was like a week ago.
I know.
It's amazing.
Wow, I can't believe I remembered that. Anyway, all right, this week's Indie Radar. Not going to get into too much detail, but I do have a pet peeve. I freak out over bands that post their tour dates on Instagram stories. And not that it's bad, but you got to tap and hold to see like the tour dates. So, suggestion, put it as a feed and then share it to your stories. Like you want people to stay on there and see where the heck you are. Like, well, I'm not going to say who the band was.
Or drive traffic to your website.
Yes, absolutely.
Or to your post or your...
Do it as a post.
I agree.
It can't be just your story that, and then you can't zoom it, so you can't see what cities they're hitting
Right.
and what dates or whatever. So I've seen that
We don't
happen
want to
a
play
couple
how
times.
fast can you tap it.
No, and honestly, you don't like. Again, people they don't have time. They want to like quick intake the info and they move on.
Right.
So you don't want them to be like, screw it, I don't even care, because our minds are. You go online, I think we all fall into crazy rabbit holes from one thing to the next to the next. You know, so you got to put it as a post, like in your feed, not just a story. So
Totally agree. Okay.
Yes.
Another great chip brought to you by Rock Hard Studios right here in East Stroudsburg. Check them out at rockhardstudios.com.
Guys, coming up next, we've got a band called ZamTrip, new track called Fade. From what I'm being told, absolutely amazing. This is
They are
going
amazing.
on my car stereo on the way home from the studio.
Female
so check it out.
fronted band.
Cool.
Love it.
Love it, girl power. Woo! Fade, ZamTrip. Check it out.
Don't cry for me when this door closes. No, I can't stay here any longer. Everything I've carried has brought me down so low. When I go, I will be stronger. Don't cry for me on this bed of roses. Don't shed a tear when this door closes. We all hear the call, see the writing on the wall. The memory remains, but we all fade away. Memories of times we shared running through my mind. The light is fading fast and they're getting hard to find. Fade into forever, fade into the night, rising from the pain and following the light. Don't cry for me on this bed of roses. Don't shed a tear when this door closes. We all hear the call, see the writing on the wall. The memory will live. Don't cry, we're not gone. There's a love you can't replace. Wipe the tears from your face. We all fade away. We all fade We all hear the call, see the writing on the wall. The memory will live on. Don't cry when I'm gone. When there's a love you can't replace. Wipe the tears from your face. We all fade away.
many, many thanks to Randy Jackson for joining us. Please get out, support Zebra. Check out, their music. Like, you wouldn't know it anyways, but definitely check tour dates. You're going to want to see him.
Yeah, I know Randy's always on the road.
He's super talented. Anyways. Also, ReverbNation campaign is opening June 27th. If you think you got what it takes to get on our show, then that's the place to go. ReverbNation.
You freaking do it.
So, I think that's all I got. That's all
you
I
got. That's all I got.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
We gave a lot today.
We did. We always give a lot here
We
on the
do.
Balcony Show, but I want to thank our listeners and all the radio stations that give us a home and get us out there.
Support us. Support the bands that we play.
That's right. So we're going to end things tonight with the song "Tainted" from "Learning to Dive," one of my favorites. I do want to mention that all of our shows are on a podcast. You can find them on iTunes, iHeartMedia, Amazon Music, any of Podcast, Outcast, any of them. Actually, Spotify too. You can.
Yeah.
So if you missed a show or you want to catch up with some of the artists that you hear, I guarantee you, you can check out their shows. They're up there.
Yep.
Anyways,
And you get some comedy by the crew here at the balcony.
yeah, there's no
Every
comedy
week.
ever.
You call it comedy, I call it abuse.
All right.
All right?
The Mad
the
Cat
good
abuse.
boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Good boy.
All right,
Thank
good boy.
you.
You're welcome.
All right. Good night, everybody from the Balcony Show. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
They gleam, those gunmetal towers. They reap without planting any seed. They boast they are patriotic, but all they are is parasitic greed. So we walk amongst all of us, run away. We're tainted, this injustice bringing such decay. We're tainted. Assassins, proud to do their work, and we let it happen, 'cause media is absurd. So will we talk? Will we question before our worlds sink to inky black? So will we talk amongst all of us?
And that's what's up.